So last week, I shared with you how I need to brand myself, and so I wear my Century 21 badge. You can say I'm wearing my Century 21 shirt today. So ironically, I was out, and somebody stopped me and said, "It's you. You're Joe Brown. I watch your videos." So James Butler, I appreciate you stopping me. I appreciate the conversation we had. So I'm dedicating this episode to James Butler. He told me where he lives. So I just want to give you a snapshot of James' area. So stick around. Hi, welcome back. My name's Joe Brown. I'm a realtor with Century 21, List with Beggins, located in South Tampa. Thank you so much for being here today. So, as I say in all my videos, if you find this information useful, please hit the subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, but most importantly, share it with your friends and family who you think could benefit from this information. As I said in the introduction, I met James out at the post office, by the way. And my picture's not there, neither was James. However, we got talking, and James told me where he lives. So, as you know, if you've been with me, I really dedicate this show to South Tampa. Well, James lives in a zip code just north, and in fact, I'll put a graphic up, and you can see he's just north of that 33609 area. And it covers, here, let's go in closer. Right, you can see there's Wellswood, there's West Tampa, Old West Tampa. Then you have some of the industrial areas like Drew Park and the airport. So, but James was asking me about the real estate market in 33607. So I just want to share with you some of the information from 33607, okay? And again, this may not pertain to you, but you may have friends or family that it does pertain to. And James, I expect you to listen to it and share it with your friends and family, okay? Share it with your neighbors. So what I did with this information, I went back to January of 2020. So if you remember, in March, we had the COVID shutdown. So this goes back to January of 2020. Up until July 2021. So we're looking at 18 months of activity. So let's put up here just the number of active listings. And I'll put a graphic here so you can see all 18 months, right? Active listings. So active listings right now is 74 in 33607. So that's a big area, right? And if you're interested, I can narrow it down to just like West Tampa or Old West Tampa or Wellswood. But just for all of 33607, there's 74 homes on the market. There's 36 new homes. Here are new homes. And you can see there's really a drop in the new home listings. Look at days to sell. Now, this is different. I usually put days on the market, but this is days to sell. You put a home on the market, how quickly does it sell? You can see it's 27 days, which is really long for some of the areas in the market. I think nationally it's 15 days. So this is almost twice as long at 27 days. Look at number of sales. So again, 33607, how many sales are happening? And you can see, look what happened in July. It really dropped off. Now, July is not done, so that number is going to increase. But you can see in June, there were 49 homes that sold. And July, right now, we're at 25. So what's the absorption rate? How many months of inventory is on the market? Well, if there are 74 homes, and let's say we do sell 25 homes this month, then there's almost 3 months of inventory. However, in June, if there's 49, there's less than 2 months of inventory. So still, 33607 is still a strong seller's market. What do we see in a strong seller's market, right? The supply is low, demand is high, so what does that do to home prices? Home prices go up. Did that happen in 33607? James, did it? Let's check it out. From January 2020 to July, right? So January 2020, the average home price, the median sales price, was just at $200,000. Average sales price now is more than $260,000. And in fact, if you track the past couple months, it's really between $260,000 and $300,000. Well, what type of growth is that? From $200,000 to $260,000, that's a $60,000 average increase. That is 30%, right? So home values have grown 30% in 18 months. Now, if you're into savings, right, and you put money into a savings account and it grew 30% over 18 months, would you be happy with that? Oh, absolutely. So would I. I'd put my money there all the time. That's what's happening to the home prices in 33607. That's what James and I were talking about. Home prices are going up, and James, he may not be alone. He's thinking about maybe selling his place because he's in a position that he can move out of that area. And he can move to an area that he can get a bigger house, different house, maybe more yard, for the same price that he's paying here. So, again, real estate is, I don't want to say crazy, but it's still a very strong seller's market. I've explained every month, South Tampa is a seller's market, 33607 is a seller's market, nationwide it's a seller's market. So, yeah. So if you're interested in finding out if you wanted to sell your home, what's a strategic price that you could sell your home, please reach out to me. See my show notes below has my email address. Visit my website, joebrownc21.com. You can search for homes. You can search areas. You can search price. You can search size of home. Reach out to me. I want to be your trusted advisor because let's face it, I have experience and I have knowledge, and I changed the game because of my knowledge. Okay? Let me be on your team. I love sharing this information with you because South Tampa, Florida living and 33607 living is awesome. Thank you, James. However, before I go, I do want to give a snapshot of what I'm going to talk about next week. In last week's video, I talked about affordable housing and how critical that is. I'm going to do a special video next week on affordable housing. This is one you'll want to watch. It's one you'll want to share. Some crazy stuff is going on in government about affordable housing. I need your support. Our community needs your support. So be sure to tune in next week.